It's going to be a big year for spooky new supernatural series, whether we're talking about haunted houses or magical adventures. From high fantasy to horror and everything in between, these are the TV shows we're looking forward to in 2020. Netflix has so much content that you'll basically never run out of shows to power through, especially when it comes to genre shows. The real problem is finding the good ones. Here's a hot tip for this year's marathon viewing. If you're a fan of supernatural drama, then absolutely check out Spectros. It's a new Brazilian series from writer-producer Douglas Petrie, and if his name sounds familiar, you might just recognize it from two truly iconic spooky shows, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and American Horror Story Coven, on which he served as a writer and producer. The 8-episode first season is set to introduce viewers to the Liberdade district of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the home to a large and vibrant Japanese population. Because of the blending of cultures, the story, which follows 5 teenagers as they encounter the supernatural, will be an intriguing mix of Brazilian folklore and Japanese ghost stories. Season 1 of Spectros is set to debut on Netflix on February 20th. Dispatches from Elsewhere, the new AMC series created by Jason Segel, looks like it has the potential to break out of the narrow confines of genre into something truly unexpected. Trailers for this series frame it as an interesting hybrid of conspiracy thriller, psychedelic adventure, and uplifting journey of self-discovery. There are plenty of questions begging for answers as the characters search for a mysterious woman named Clara and argue over whether or not what they're doing is a real quest or just an elaborate hoax. With that in mind, we really don't know how much fantasy will actually be involved in this series, but we can't wait to find out. With an ensemble cast that includes Academy Award winner Sally Field, Andre 3000 of Outkast fame, and others, Dispatches from Elsewhere arrives March 1st. Unless you've been hiding out in a bunker for the past decade or just woke up from a coma, you probably know a thing or two about The Walking Dead. It began as a comic book series and then expanded to television in 2010, where it quickly became one of the biggest things in the history of cable TV. Since then, the flagship series in the franchise has continued its run on AMC, and a spin-off series titled Fear the Walking Dead has enjoyed its own successful run. Now in 2020, it's time for yet another expansion. In addition to a promised series of films starring original Walking Dead hero Rick Grimes, the Walking Dead universe is adding a third series to its ranks with The Walking Dead World Beyond. This new series will take us to the story of the first generation of young people who have actually grown up with the apocalypse. They've come of age in a world of privilege behind walls that protected them from the walkers beyond. Now it's time for them to venture out into the hellish landscape for the first time, and we can't wait to see what that looks like. World Beyond premieres April 12th. Though it reached a climax of sorts with Avengers Endgame in 2019, the Marvel Cinematic Universe isn't slowing down anytime soon. We'll be seeing new characters and old favorites from Marvel for years to come, and a lot of that is going to be happening on the small screen. That includes plenty of new shows, including The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision arriving on Disney Plus in the coming months. But even that's not all. We'll also be seeing new interpretations of Marvel heroes over on Hulu, including Helstrom. Helstrom is based on the Marvel Comics characters Damon and Satana Helstrom, who in their original forms are presented as the literal children of Satan. In the new Hulu series, Damon and Anna are cast as the children of a horrific serial killer, who attempt to make amends for their father's wrongs by hunting down the worst that humanity has to offer. Much like Doctor Strange before it, we can expect Helstrom to dig into some of the more occult-heavy corners of the Marvel Universe, and we'll find out exactly how it does that when the series lands on Hulu at some point in 2020. Penny Dreadful launched in 2014 as a new take on the pulpy, sensationalized fiction from which it derived its title. Over the course of 3 seasons, viewers met familiar faces ranging from the vampire-hunting Abraham Van Helsing to Victor Frankenstein and his infamous monster, or monsters as the case may be, and saw them reinterpreted in exciting new ways that made for an addictive horror series. Now in 2020, the next chapter in the Penny Dreadful story begins. While the original series took place in the 1800s and had a very European feel, Penny Dreadful City of Angels will move its location to exactly where the title suggests. The new series is set in Los Angeles during the golden age of Hollywood, and because of its California roots, it will also pull heavily from Mexican folklore for its subject matter. Viewers can look forward to plenty of horrific new delights, including demons walking the earth and the Mexican deity Santa Muerte. Starring Natalie Dormer of Game of Thrones and the Hunger Games fame, Daniel Zavato, Nathan Lane, and more, Penny Dreadful City of Angels arrives on April 26th. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite movies and TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.